Is testing audio, guys. I'm still getting my mic and stuff set up. If you guys can hear me, Levy, I just sent you a message too. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna turn the audio back off while Jim's still alive. But this is the west facing camera out of Dayton, and we have a radar down there. I will be messing with that to help keep an eye on velocities and stuff like that. So, but once Jim finishes up, then I'll go live. But if you guys could go ahead and just send a message, let me know if the audio is working. It appears to be working. Okay, Fran, thank you. That was a pretty quick response. So chat is working. So, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the audio back off until Jim is done, and then I will take over and be live here for a few hours. Still debating if we want to try to go mobile today or not, but just kind of monitoring things and kind of go from there. But it could be an all day event. So I'll be back. And guys, we are kind of worried about this, the lowering that's kind of right in the center of the screen there. It does show a little bit of rotation just to the east of Archie. All right, guys, this is going to be looking at what's called vertically integrated liquid. Oh, see what that one says. But anyway, this is kind of where the helicore is going to be. Is kind of right by 49 Highway. Any of these grayish colors and purple colors, reds, those are kind of the indication of there looks to be some hail in there. I don't remember what they're saying this has. This 2.5 inch hail. Jody, it looks like Garden City is going to be in the path of the cell, possibly where I just mentioned that 2.5 inch hail. So if you have anything you need to put up, I would go do that now. It may just go to the west of Garden City, but there's also that other little one over here. These things are starting to, or this is starting to get a little bit more oomph to it. So right, and unfortunately, we do have a little blind spot in these cameras. You're gonna hear radios and stuff going off in the background. It's just the fire department and National Weather Service stuff. But we do have a blind spot in these cameras, just basically to the northwest of the tower, because these only go so far on field of view. So just kind of put things in the middle. We do have a little bit of a blind spot, but we do have a north-facing camera, and we will see if we can't get. Oh, hold on, I gotta turn the cameras off so I can log back into this. This logs me out every once in a while. All right, we're back. This is now the north-facing. Well, it should have been the north-facing camera. I selected the wrong one. Let's go to the north one. All right, so we're gonna have the north-facing camera coming up. Can't really see a whole lot on there either, but you can kind of see where the blind spot is. So in there, unfortunately, we won't have any video coverage, but we'll still be here watching it and going from there with it. You can probably hear Jim in the background too. I still got his on in case he asks any questions. If you're watching the stream, I tried calling him twice and he hit the silence button twice, so I'm gonna give him some crap for that later. Okay. Go back to the west facing one. Because you also have some storms coming from the south too. So actually, let me look at the south, and then we'll. Yeah, I can't really see anything there. This is going to be part of the inflow stuff. That's 6:55. Is it way back there? Go back to live. All right, so even on here, you can still. It should clear up a little bit, depending on if there's rain on the lens. Obviously, we can't really do a whole lot about that, but you can still see the heavy rain off in the horizon here. It should clear up. Okay. So we've got the still got this helical over here. It's just gonna be west of Garden Station, Garden City, and Doherty is where this looks to go through. So anybody in the kind of between Garden City, Doherty area right now, all the way up towards Holden, Kingsville area, Gun City area, I would be getting your cars and stuff underneath some cover. But you go back to velocity here. Not really seeing anything as real concerning on velocities here. That lowering that we seen earlier had a little bit of a spin up. Going with it, nothing really touched the ground or anything like that. Just kind of scary looking, basically. Um, we haven't had any reports of anything actually dropping. It did get a little bit of rain in between the camera and where we thought the lowering was. I couldn't see for sure, but I don't. It does not appear that it had done anything. Activity, and this would have been that little area that we were concerned with. So a lot of the upflows coming from a lot of storm's energy. And I think I know we're under a severe thunderstorm watch to like 2, but I don't remember. I didn't catch what all counties were involved in that. And so it looks like pretty much all of West Central Missouri over into. Oh, looks like Jim's done. I started playing some cozy bedroom in Paris music. How comforting. So back to the severe thunderstorm watch. It does include all of West Central Missouri and the first tier counties and Kansas. Check my phone real quick. Messages. Okay. And then goes over into the Columbia area, not quite over to St. Louis, and then also down towards Springfield. Sounds like there is some damage over there in Archie, probably from straight line winds. Sounds like they've got some trees down on power lines and stuff over there, so it kind of sounds like Archie has lost some power around town. As I'm flipping back and forth between screens here. Oh, if I don't catch the chat right away. Much on any of the cameras here. See some lightning. That's about it. So with these storms this morning, guys, we're not really expecting a whole lot of tornadic activity. It's going to be primarily some wind damage, not really necessarily severe winds, but maybe some higher wind gusts and stuff like that, and maybe some large hail is kind of the primary threat. There's just not that low level wind that we would need for any kind of significant tornado threat. So it's basically heavy rain, wind, and some hail today, this morning. Once once the stuff kind of gets through, we're still under the a watch until 2, and then a lot of this stuff is going to push down south to southwest Missouri area, and then off to the east from there across the state. So we're going to be live for probably quite a while today. Just depending on how things go, but we'll be here. We're kind of going back and forth if we want to go mobile. The problem is if we go mobile, we may not have service to be able to stream. And since Jim's at work today, we kind of want to at least have something for everyone to watch. So we're kind of debating that. So if you guys have any recommendations or what you would like for us to do, just put in a comment there, and we'll kind of go from there with that. So looks like right just north of Creighton there is kind of the strongest part, at least on radar there. Go back to velocities here. And sorry for all the coughing. I've had a cold, or cough for like 2 weeks now. Yeah, just north of Creighton there is going to be the one of the biggest parts for possible significant hail, and same thing just out by Dayton, right where this camera's looking, and it's coming down. It's raining pretty hard out there. I'm going to put that full screen again, and then right around Garden City. But these two southerly ones between Dayton and Creighton area is really the biggest spot for potential damaging hail. Go back to velocity. Not seeing anything in the forms of rotation to be concerned about. All right, let me go over here. I'm going to check on chat here, guys. Alex, right now it looks like it's just this cell that we've been watching. You got some stuff on the backside here, but that's just going to be primarily just rain. So once this gets out, it doesn't. There's nothing else forming behind it at this time. It still could later on. So, but it does. My thought is it's going to be rain. Once these cells get out, then it's going to take a lot out of the atmosphere. It's going to have to recover to get any kind of instability and stuff. So. All right. Jamie, pretty much the same thing we've Jim and I have been saying. I don't know if you guys watch Jim or not, but it's basically heavy rain, wind, and some damaging hail here and there. So between Harrisville and Overland Park, you're gonna have some showers between there. But it looks like now, I know it's a little delayed on when your comment was, but it looks like now once you get past Peculiar to Belton area, it becomes real spotty. So it's not as and those aren't even going to be as heavy of a storm as it was when it first came through Harrisonville. Fran, thanks for the update. She said, oh, my chat just like went all the way to the bottom. Let me scroll back up. Thunder and Lightning by Pal Gardens. Yeah, Chelsea Jim went to his day job. That's kind of why we picked up and why we're just kind of stationary right now, so that way we can guarantee to get a stream out. So I've had a lot of issues with our stream when we're on the road, so it's all just data issues. We're trying to work those out, but we're doing what we can there. Misty, yes, we are on YouTube as well. It's the same name. It's Nader Boys on there. You can go there, and it's easier to cast to your TV if you want to cast it to like a Chromecast or Roku TV. Wind's picking up in Clinton, Warsaw. Right now, let's take a look here and see if there's anything coming down the road. Yeah, it looks like these down here. So about from Urich all the way down to Rockville, looks like there's another line forming right there. So these are going to be moving. Here, I'll put it in motion so you can see, but they're going to be going northeast. So right now it looks like the southern part of that by Rockville may go just to the northwest of Warsaw. But these things are still forming. This thing that's hitting Cass County right now on our camera feed, we can watch that thing actually build. So from when there was nothing in the sky to when it first initiated, and we can watch it build up, and it's in black and white, which looks kind of cool. Once it goes to color, you kind of lose where the storm's at. It's weird. You think once the sun comes up, it'd be better, but no, it's actually better looking before the sun actually came up. Winds picking up in Clinton, hail outside Blairstown. Randy, if you can get pictures of that, and then send it to either Jim or I, then we can forward that on. Raytown's looking like rain, and that's about it. I have to go back and forth. I have to keep clicking between chat and radar here, so I'm going back and forth. But Yeah, Raytown. Actually, you may almost be in the clear, at least from this first line. You got some spotty stuff back here, but as far as the heavier stuff, it's gone now. It's already moved down the area. Chelsea. Well, and we do appreciate the viewership. We appreciate Jim and everything he's done for us. We're trying to do like basically the same mission as he is, just kind of be available and get the word out for you guys. Don't know what you, but I haven't been on the TV yet to see any kind of coverage from any of the local stations. So. Windsor will be in the path. Right now they're in the path of a non-severe storm. So right now it's just the one that's in Cass County. It's going to go into northwestern Henry County, and then Johnson County. So there's actually it could clip the just north, maybe northwest of Windsor, unless if it takes more of a right turn, which it may be doing because I think this one's actually heading more northeast earlier. But I was just watching Jim earlier, so I didn't actually have the radar up, paying a lot of attention. Deepwater, same thing. It's in the line. It just depends on if those southerly storms mature and get any stronger. Roads are flooding in Garden City. St. Louis, I honestly have not looked at. Let me go and I'll look. I'll just give you a little brief thing. What the Storm Prediction Center has, it does have St. Louis at a moderate risk for severe weather, close to a 10% tornado threat. And that's to see a tornado within 25 miles of any given location. Does not mean you're going to see one, but the threat is there. Same thing with wind and hail. So it looks like you are in the path of severe storms today. But I would try to follow up with your local stations over there because they're going to be the ones that are actually monitoring that a little bit more close than we are. So, all right. So the hail core now is between Creighton and Garden City still. So this would have been the last update that I got was 9 minutes. Oh, here's the newest update. Still between Creighton and Garden City on the north side of 7 Highway. Passing 307th and ZZ Highway. And then that's the west side of it. The eastern one is north of Urick towards Blairstown. Those are going to be the two biggest spots for hail right now. Jamie, you are welcome, and like I said, we definitely appreciate the viewership, guys. Got some tiny hail by Holden and Blairstown area. Ladue, same thing. Is about the same thing as Deepwater. You're in the line of storms. We just got to see if they're gonna mature and start packing some power with these. But right now, I'll put it in motion here. Yeah, it looks like they're possibly strengthening some as they move across here. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on these because these are a little bit more discreet right here. They're not as a solid line. But the biggest storm and the only severe warned storm right now is still in Cass County, getting ready to exit into northwest Henry County into Johnson County. And they're still saying radar indicated 2-inch hail with 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. That's the severe limits on that. Brenda, are you still without power on Archie? I'm kind of listening to the fire radios too, and I know they're over there on. It sounds like a tree was down on one of the power lines. Hopefully I pronounced it right. Ryland Denker. If you could get a picture and send it to us on Facebook, and I can try to put that up. Don't put it in the comments. It's gonna be hard for me to see it because I'm not actually on that. But if you send it to us on Facebook, if you just DM us a picture of it, I can put it on screen so people can see. You switch cameras here and see if we can get a better view. Go east. Not really. You can kind of see some sun on the horizon, but Windsor is in line. We'll let you see that, and I can blow up the radar to full screen, guys, if you want to get rid of the camera. So since we're not seeing a whole lot on the camera now, I can go ahead and switch that. A lot of it's gonna be covered with rain, but so I may go and do that here in just a couple minutes. But yes, Windsor is in the path of it. It doesn't look like they're in the path of the severe part of it yet, but the stuff coming from the south could easily just do the same thing as this one's doing. Right now, it doesn't look like Clinton's in the path of this severe part of the storm. They're going to be just to the southeast of it. But we've got these storms coming from the west, southwest of Clinton that could start packing a punch. I haven't seen anything in those to make me think they're going to right away. But it's got a little bit. This is just there. There's probably not any hail in these. It's going to be these up here that we're worried about for hail, right by Blairstown and stuff, or those areas heading towards kind of Chilhowie area, between Chilhowie and Warrensburg ish area. Stuff to the south will not go over Archie. No, it actually looks like it's still kind of just forming back here, right by you guys. But the stuff that I'm talking about, like down here by Clinton, no, it's moving off to the northeast. It's moving away from Archie. We will still monitor back to the southwest of Archie over in Kansas area for any kind of redevelopment. Bethel, you're all right. So ask questions, and then we'll definitely try to answer them. So Sedalia is in the path of, well, did they take the severe warning away? They may have. Nope, there it is. Couldn't see it. So they are in the path of this. It looks like it could go to the north, but this thing may have taken a little bit more of a right turn. So instead of going more northeast, it's going more east than northeast. But it's still over here in Johnson County. It can strengthen, it can weaken, it can do a lot of different things before it gets to Sedalia. It may end up just being rain by the time it gets over there. But yes, it is in the path of these storms. Stacy, when about 9 a.m., these storms are moving pretty quick. So I would say about 9 a.m. if you're heading up to the city, you should be pretty good. If anything, some just lingering rain showers, the severe stuff should be out of the area by then. Arlene, I didn't really look at the models last night to see. Okay, so they extended the severe thunderstorm warning. So I did not look to see models last night to see where these were actually going to form. So that I believe Jim had something on last night. So possibly, I know when I looked yesterday morning, it kind of depended on where that low went. It was kind of just kind of bouncing in like in eastern Kansas, but you couldn't really tell exactly where it was going to go. So no, I can't honestly answer if they formed more north. Just looking through all the cameras here to see if there's anything we can look at. There's not a whole lot on there anymore, but just besides watching some rain. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the cameras up there and just go full screen with the radar. Then that way I can also do this. So the radar, the reflectivity, that actually what you mostly see on TV and stuff, is going to be on the left side. The right side, I'm going to go back and forth between velocities, so the wind field in the storm, and also checking for the hail course if I can hit the right button. Alrighty, so when they extended that tornado warning, it does include Chilhowie, Leeton, Calhoun areas, and south of Warrensburg, just south of Knob Noster, which also leads straight into Sedalia too. And they're still saying 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Oh, it's up here now. Alrighty. So on the right side now, we have what we call vertically integrated liquid. Basically, this is where we can kind of monitor hail cores and stuff. So these colors right here, the gray, the purple, the red, and the yellow, that's the bigger chance, or the higher chance of significant hail. Down here where you get like the yellows and greens and blues, there's a chance for maybe some smaller hail, but typically we don't see a whole lot when it's not kind of looking like this. Back to okay. Move. Trying to move some things around here so I can actually see chat and not have to flip back and forth. Thanks, Levy, for getting that. Yeah, it is a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning. The tornado threat this morning is very low. The biggest threat we're going to have is going to be potentially some damaging hail and about 60-mile-per-hour wind gust is what they're saying. But as far as a tornado threat, it's very low this morning. The wind field is just not there. There we go. All right, now I can see chat and the radar at the same time, guys. Now that we're not watching the cameras. I haven't really even looked at the models. I looked through one model, one run of one type of model, and sent it to Levy earlier. And that's about all I looked at. And then I had to go make some coffee and get ready for when Jim was done. I have not seen the post in Subby's group, no. Go in there and look and see. All right, watch this video here. Levy's that video you sent me, was that in Garden City? Looks like maybe some pea-sized hail in Garden City in that video. Going through my messages here to see if there's anything. Yes, with sprinkles of nickel sized. Right on. We're going to be heading home in Clinton in about 15 minutes from Warsaw. You will. You're going to run into. You're going to run into this. It's not the severe warned storm. The severe side of the storm yet. But going from Warsaw to Clinton area, yeah, you're going to run into some rain because it's just now really getting to Clinton area and it's moving northeast. East northeast. Looks like mainly northeast now. I'm also trying to load some of the models up here to take a look and see what the models are projecting for later today. Also, the severe warning cell that's kind of basically in Johnson County, Henry County line right now. The hail cores are weakening, so I think this storm is starting to lose some of its punch. But it could be that the southern storms right below them maybe taking some of the fuel. So I'd be kind of interested in watching the southern side here to see if this thing kind of ramps up on that area. Kind of back where this all started down by Archie and southwest and westward into Kansas. It still don't see anything forming out there. So right now, all of that's clear. We're still watching just this one severe warning cell. Yeah, Jacob. So the problem with my mic is I'm set up for when I know sound like a nerd here when I do gaming, so I have to be looking right at the mic. But when I'm looking at all the screens, I turn my head and then I look away from the mic. So that's probably why it's really quiet. It's actually I'll turn it up all the way. It's just 2 more notches, but hopefully that works a little bit better. And I'll try to also turn it up in my streaming software too. Actually, it's already maxed out. So hopefully I can just talk right into the mic and not look away. But when I look at my screen, the angle's not good. Heavy rain just started south of Clinton. Yeah, Jody, it looks like it's getting past Garden City. At least the heaviest part of the storm. You still got the backside to get through, and then after that, it looks like it's going to be clear for a while with maybe some spotty stuff afterwards. Alrighty, so I just got to really talk right into the mic. Jake, good luck, man. At least you're not in the air right now. So the problem I have with using a headset with a mic is I have a soundboard that I have to plug in correctly, and and it just the connections, and I tried it once and all I got was buzzing. I even tried loop protectors on it and stuff, and it still was just a lot of buzzing. So this is what I ended up going with. And I can't really yell right now because I'm still getting over this cold, so that also isn't helping. But I do appreciate this feedback because then I can try to make some updates there. Driving while watching the stream. I appreciate that, Henry County. Just trying to keep everyone safe, huh? And definitely, it's my pleasure to do this, guys. It's kind of a passion of mine. Just haven't ever done anything like this until like the last 4 or 5 years when me and my brother kind of started doing this, and then we seen Jim, and we kind of stalked him a little bit. Nah, not really, but we figured out where he worked, and I went in there and just kind of cornered him, and well, here we are. Now we're all kind of working together to get the to kind of do the same job as put out information to everyone in this area. So since there's not a real big coverage down here, I really do appreciate Jim just kind of letting us help him out. So I know it's kind of hard sometimes just to let somebody else take what you're doing, and we're not really taking it. We're just supplementing it. So hopefully it was bigger before I got the, okay. I'm also getting people message me directly and stuff. So there we go. But had the mic for a bit, but lost it. Oh. And I can also turn the gate up on this, but then you start really hearing all the background noise. So all of the fire radio, the weather radio and stuff, just really anything can be picked up on it, and it gets rather annoying from time to time. So I've got the gate on it turned down, so you really have to hold on, there's an update. Okay, so the National Weather Service has canceled, and I just seen it on here too, the severe thunderstorm warning for Cass County. It's just going to be South Johnson County and North Henry County, pretty much all of South and all of North. Not really the east side, but it could be extended. But it looks like the severe part of it is out of Cass County at this time. Misty, we really haven't been on live like this, but maybe just a couple times. I know we did it once here, and then that night that Jim had to take cover because he was under a tornado warning, we filled in, and I was literally just crouched in the back of my car while we were driving, my wife was driving, just trying to stream and get information out while Jim was taking cover in his basement. So we're not on here like this a lot. A lot of times we try to be out in the field so we can get all that video feed, and then Jim can relay it and stuff like that and things. So yeah, so we're really not on here a whole lot stationary, but we're hoping to get out in the field and get some more coverage with the storms. You're welcome, Brenda. Getting Hale and Clinton. Okay. Getting Hale and Clinton. So it looks like it did pick up a little bit down here for the Hale stuff, and that's kind of what I was not really worried about, but kind of expecting is the southerly side of this may have taken a lot of the wind fill, a lot of the updrafts and stuff. Oh, so going home from Independence to Clinton about 12:30. I mean, it's still, what, 4.5, 5 hours out? Let me try to get on here and look at the projected, but I'm going to go with it's probably going to be clear, but hence the word probably, because I haven't looked at any models that far out. And this is just a projection too. This isn't what actually is going to happen, but this could give us kind of an idea. I don't have it set to be able to put on screen, so I will just let you know. Could be a few just general showers. it's kind of on the backside of a line that could be forming to the south of us, kind of between or right around the Nevada area is where this looks to be forming. So we would be on the backside with some probably just general non-severe storms, and then by then so that's 15. Let me keep going on here a little further just to make sure there's no more redevelopment after that. Okay. So really looking at the HRRR, it could be some off and on showers all day. Whether they're severe or not is going to just kind of depend where that low goes. So I'm trying to look up at my TV, so the mic may be kind of hit and miss right now. But just off and on storms till about dark. About the time the sun goes down, maybe for St. Clair County south and southeastward be a little closer to about 4 or 5, and then anytime after that, if I can't put this on the screen here. Yeah, I can definitely zoom in, and I can get rid of this hail core over here, or this over here where we're watching for hail cores, and just put the radar up. But right where my hand is or my cursor, that's where Clinton's going to be at. Hopefully you guys can see that now. Candace, if you could send us that photo, I would appreciate it. We did not see any kind of rotation or anything when that came through. We have not had any other reports. So if you could send that to us, then we can put it up, and then we can also forward it on. And if there was a tornado, it would have been very brief, but I don't think there was, according to wind velocities. But I'm also sitting in the middle of Urich right now, and I did not see or feel anything in town here. All right, check some other messages. Arlene, yes, these storms should. What would we expect is, since these storms came through this morning, anything this afternoon probably won't be as severe, if severe at all. Lori, right now it does not look like hail towards Sedalia. It looks like it's all going to be south of Clinton, where the storms, like what I was trying to say earlier, is they're kind of taking the punch down here out of what was severe up north. The southerly ones kind of joined and got absorbed by the main cell. So now that severe is pushing a little further south and looks maybe Windsor, and could be Sedalia area, but that's going to have to take a pretty sharp northeast turn. And I feel like it's heading a little bit more east than that, so I think it's going to go southeast of Sedalia, southeast of Windsor. We'll keep an eye on it, but that would be the part of the storm that we would be worried about right now. And I wouldn't doubt if that's the side that goes severe warned after this is able to expire, and they may even just add it on top of that. Let me switch over to velocity. Okay, this through here. I'm also learning the software too. I haven't used this until I started working with Jim here. Hail over at Whiteman. Let me take a look at that again. I'm still not seeing anything on here. I've also got another screen up that I'm watching wind velocities on too. Yeah, so it's this the southerly side here, just southeast of Clinton. Maybe coming into Clinton there. Debbie, it all kind of depends on how things go. I plan on at least being here until this gets past Sedalia, Smithton area, and then it kind of gets out of our range. I don't know who all is on here from Subby's group, but I can stay live quite a bit, and then I'm also gonna try to take a look at models and kind of see if there's a chance that we may get mobile this afternoon. So we're still kind of contemplating on what we want to do there. Because if you go mobile, we've been having a lot of internet issues and being able to stream. So we're kind of going back and forth. Do we stay where the internet's good and be able to at least put out some stream for everybody, or take that risk and go mobile and have those issues, and then we're not able to, and Jim's at his primary job, so he wouldn't be able to. So we're just kind of going back and forth on that. Thank you, Kevin. If you get any good pictures, send them to us, and we'll try to put them up. I have not received any pictures on our Facebook yet. Oh, nope, there it is. It does not tell me when you get messages. I have to click on it. Candace, the photo's a little blurry. I don't necessarily see what I would say was a tornado there. But I'm also not a professional at this either. So I will also forward this to Jim because he's definitely smarter than I am at this and see. But that really just looks like a, if you want to call it, scary looking cloud. But I don't see the tornado in there. With something that size, we would definitely have heard of some damage, and there would have been a warning on that. That's not something that's going to be like just a spin up. Okay, so they just So they just extended these. I wasn't looking at the screen, so it actually could have been a few minutes. But radio just went off, and they did go ahead and put a severe storm on this one down here, and it does have 52 mile per hour. Dang, these things are still booking it quite fast. Let me replay back to some messages here. I'll keep the radar and stuff up, but I'll be here watching. So the picture is north of York by Chilhowie. Okay. We'll be able to go back through and kind of and watch that as it goes through, see if there was any kind of rotation on there. But like I said, with something that looks like to be that size, but that looked like a wedge tornado, and those would definitely show and definitely be warned. That's not something that National Weather Service will miss, because those are pretty significant. You're gonna see those. Sorry for all the clicking. Let me mute my mic real quick. All right, I'm back. Back through here. Rain coming down in Windsor now. So I'm not sure why Facebook's not alarming me when I get messages. I literally have to go through and click on everything to be able to get any kind of notification. So I do apologize if I'm a little delayed in responding back to anything you guys send us. But we definitely do appreciate any kind of video, picture, anything you guys got, because that's all stuff that can be forwarded onto the National Weather Service later. And there's always something to be learned, whether it's why did it produce this or why didn't it produce something. So and no matter what happens, there's always something to be learned, and that's only going to benefit everyone involved. The public, the people that do stuff like this, National Weather Service. Alrighty, so we have officially hit over 1,000 followers on Nader Boy's page, thanks to Jim, basically. But and you guys for being with him and listening to him. So we were just talking last night when we hit about, or 2 nights ago, whatever that was, when we hit about 1,000 followers, subscribers. Then we would put out do a giveaway on a T-shirt that we're also selling. So we will be doing that eventually. But it's going to be a couple weeks, because we're still taking pre-orders on those. So if anybody wants them, go ahead and click over there. Don't mean to interrupt and kind of brag about this, but yeah, Jim's messaging me. He's supposed to be at work. All right, let me click over to velocity. Okay. So south of Whiteman, and kind of this area that we were getting those pictures from. This would have been the same part of that cell. So it looks like what Candace was showing us earlier. It's just real blurry on my phone. But it looked a lot like a wedge kind of shape. But there is some rotation. It's kind of broad right now, right in this area, and that would have been about the same one that may have went just south of Chilhowie or right around Chilhowie area. But this is where we'd be wanting to watch right now. Alrighty. Trying to keep up with everything. And looks like that kind of went away now. So right in that area. It's not seeing the, really wasn't tight rotation before, but it's not there anymore. Down here by Leesville, and I don't remember how on here to pull up exactly the speeds of these winds. Like I said, this is kind of a new software for me. So see where this is at here. I don't know if you can look on my, I know how to use the other one, but it's on my phone, so I can't really tell you guys, or can't show you guys, but I can tell you the speeds that I'm getting on my other. I know how to work that one. So down towards Leesville, Tightwad area, looks to be 50 to 60 mile per hour winds in this area right here. And moving up the line. Yep. So the strongest winds are definitely down here by Leesville, Tightwad area. Back over to chat. All right. Yeah. So it still looks like the Biggest hail core is right around just south of Calhoun area. Alrighty. Green clouds in Windsor. Power out in Leeton. Did somebody say something about egg size hail? I just seen that comment with a question mark. I don't see that. I don't see that comment on my chat, so I'm not sure where that's going to be at. Oh, okay. No, I got it now. 2-inch hail about egg size. Okay. Pea size, nickel size in Calhoun, east of Calhoun. That's some big hail. Too much hail. Some big hail. Egg size hail. If you guys do get that, don't run out in it while it's actively going. But after the storm passes, if you could get a picture of it, and put something behind it, or that we can reference the size of it. So coal camp and tornadoes. The threat is low, but it's not there. It's just low right now. The strongest wind is actually to the southwest of coal camp towards Leesville Tightwad area, and that is moving coal camp's direction. But a lot can change between now and the time it gets over to coal camp. I keep muting my mic, guys, because I keep coughing, or wanting to cough. So I just took a cough drop. So let me know if you hear me, and it gets annoying because I know I don't like listening to it, but I'm trying not to start coughing all over the stream here. I bet the clouds are moving fast. These storms are moving. Puppy. Sorry, my dog came in here to say hi to me. Yeah, so they're moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. These storms are, and if you can see it where you're watching this at, if you count these blue dots here, those are about every 15 minutes. Is where it's estimated the storm is going to be. So when you get 4 dots out, that's an hour. That would be an hour and 15 minutes. So we're looking about an hour-ish to Sedalia, about 30 to 45 minutes to about coal camp area, roughly. Calm and Leeton, is the power still out, or was it just like a flash? See if there's any other pictures that come in. Like I said, I have to go in, I have to refresh Facebook and go into the messages for like per message I get. So it's not just updating with when every picture that or every message or anything that comes in. I actually have to go through and refresh everything. It's rather annoying. But we'll make it work. We'll look on the bright side of it. Daniel, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying not to make it sound annoying, but I'm doing the best here. So I keep wanting I keep wanting to cough. I'm also drinking coffee and water with a. Didn't get it muted in time for that. With a cough drop, so the coffee tastes fantastic. My notifications should be on. Like in any other day, they worked fine. So like when we put out, for instance, that shirt order that I was talking about, it would come through. But for some reason today, it's just not. So and any time in the past when we've had stuff sent, it's came through. Just checking the cameras. The cameras look good. I'm still watching down here by Leesville, Taiwan area. That's still the biggest wind threat right now is down in that area. And they did extend that severe thunderstorm watch. I don't know if I mentioned it already, or severe thunderstorm warning over towards Sedalia area. So basically, from just north of Sedalia all the way down to just south of Lincoln, all of that is in a is in a severe thunderstorm warning. And the primary threat is going to be hail and wind. And we do have the spotty stuff on the backside too, so we will definitely watch this to make sure. Okay, they're starting to issue flood warnings. That's what this green box is here. So that does include Cass County, North Henry County, and basically all of Johnson County south of 50 Highway. Semi rollover and tight water. Ooh, man. That's probably from those winds down there. They look to be 50, 60 mile per hour winds. With probably some gust maybe a little higher than that. Winds picking up in deep water. So as far as other rounds later on, I have not looked. I woke up, started making some coffee and stuff, and I've been taking sleep medication, so I'm not really fully awake at 6 a.m. when I set my alarm. It took me a while to actually get going. So I have not looked at this afternoon. We are under a slight risk for basically Henry County, Johnson County, Bates, and Cass County. And then once you get over to like Benton County and I don't know all the counties down there, St. Clair County, then that gets into an enhanced risk. But I'm not sure if that was for this morning stuff or later on. I will analyze that, and I can put an update on our page. Go through and look here. If we get this going. Okay, so looking at one model here, and this is just one model. This is showing we do have chances for storms throughout the day, all the way up to basically 4 or 5 o'clock. and then that threat really pushes southeast of Henry County. I'm just going to use Henry County as a reference. So when I say 4 or 5, it looks to be in Henry County, Johnson County, Bates County area till about 4 or 5, just off and on showers, maybe just general thunderstorms. I don't necessarily expect anything severe or tornadic out of those. And then after about 4 or 5, they push down to south of St. Clair County, and I don't know if that's not Vernon County. That one's closer to state line, but also Vernon County. But I can have think Hickory County. There we go. That area they really push off south and southeast of there towards like Rolla, and then down by Springfield area, and then it kind of turns into a line down there and pushes southeast. So the tornado threat and the severe threat would really be the highest down in those areas later on this afternoon into evening and overnight. And it looks to about 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it really just kind of pushes down towards the boot hill of Missouri. So, but as far as severe side, it doesn't look like we're going to be in west central Missouri significant severe risk or anything like that. So now you can't rule it out if you get a thunderstorm that just finds the right environment. It's going to be very small chance though, but it could turn severe. Also have to remember it is only 8:30 in the morning, so the longer these hold off to start forming later, the more energy that could build up in the storm. I'm going to take a phone call real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're getting a report of F Highway between Garden City and Dayton is starting to flood. There's water over the roadway, so I would stay away from that. Stay away from that area. It sounds like it's starting to kind of move cars around that are trying to go through there. I had a person go through with a truck, and it really pushed their vehicle around. All right, looking through chat right now. All right, Appleton City. These are we're gonna have some spotty showers come through. The bigger storm, the one that's severe warned, is well off to the northeast. I don't know. I'm trying to pull it up over here, off to the northeast of you. Oh. I try to forward the message on about F Highway between Garden City and Dayton. We've got getting reports of it flooding there and not being passable. Alrighty. Rotation between Archie and Yurik this morning. It's on YouTube stream. Okay. So Kevin, I had subbies on this morning, but I was also doing other things and still trying to wake up. If he had any kind of update about later for the rest of the day, if you could share that'd be great, because I didn't catch everything. I was still trying to get ready for all of this to take over for him because we all knew he had to go to his day job. Candace, if you're talking about over by Chilhowie area where you sent me that picture from, the severe side is already passed. We're still gonna have these spotty things for a little while longer, and then throughout the day today, the models are showing off and on just general thunderstorms throughout the day up till I think what I said was 4 or 5 is what I was seeing on there, but also with this coming through, that could have pushed a little further to the south. It all depends on that low that's out in Kansas where that goes. It's hard to predict, and I'm not a professional at this. This is just a hobby. So, but I would expect some just general thunderstorms. But keep in mind they could just be to our south too. But we'll definitely be here monitoring this for the entire day. Gabriel, Clinton is kind of in that same boat right now. The severe stuff is off to the east. Okay. I'd like to show you guys the wind velocity. Wind velocity is down here on this, but I just don't know how to work this software completely yet. So let me take a look on my other one here. Also, the velocities I'm looking at are not necessarily ground level speeds. But on the other software I use, it looks to still be about 50 mile per hour winds. That's pretty good cloud formation over by Lincoln, it looks like. I guess I'm going to step away from the computer just for a couple minutes. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. going back through, see if I missed anything in the chat. Yeah, Tammy, it's definitely you're right around Lincoln area is where the strongest winds are. That's going to be the strongest part of the cell. Let's see. Go back to and definitely the strongest part of the cell for hail too. That's a pretty significant hail core there. So Lincoln Coal Camp area. That's where I'd be expecting the hail. I'm probably just to the north and maybe northeast of Lincoln now. When was this last updated? 8:26. So 7 minutes ago was the last update scan that we got on this cell. Yeah, Darla, definitely. So you can see this 2.75 inches. Click off that, and then this will bring up that path that is projected path for this. So it looks like to go south of Smithton, right around Otterville area, Syracuse over towards Tipton is the direction and the path of this. And that's still the only severe cell, that severe storm that we have. It's just the one right around Coal Camp area. Just general thunderstorms back towards the western side of Henry County into the eastern side of Bates and Cass County. But there is that flood warning, and I did get a report of F Highway between Dayton and Garden City. It was flooded and not passable. It was starting to move trucks around. I was trying to go through it. If anybody's got any pictures of the hail or anything, like I said, don't go out, don't risk your health or injury or anything. But if you guys could get pictures of it, that's all stuff we can forward on and be able to learn something from it. So should probably take this. Paula, it's there's a chance of that right now. Yes, for some pretty significant size hail, baseball size or right around there. It looks like it. And it looks like it's just going to be west of Coal Camp at this time. That one just updated. Well, I say just updated, but it was still 5 minutes old. Back to velocities. Trying to keep this zoomed in so you guys can see what town. Since I'm not going full screen with just one image, I'm gonna have both. I'm trying to stay zoomed in, but I'm also a little further than I wanted. I'm also watching it on another screen, the wind velocities and stuff like that too. So that way I don't miss anything up towards Sedalia or anything like that. But those up there just to the north, like Sedalia, Hughesville, up towards Marshall area, none of those have any kind of severe winds with them that's being picked up by radar or velocity scans or anything like that. It's the concerning cell is going to be down here by Coal Camp. Golf ball size hail. Christina, if you could get a picture of that, and send it to us. I'm gonna start looking at another model for later this afternoon. That is okay. It just has this morning stuff. I bet it is getting dark in Coal Camp. That storm is right on you. For with the hail core and the winds, the wind looks to be just strongest to the south of Coal Camp, but that hail core is probably going to be almost right over you. Yeah, just to your west. Yeah, so those winds are right around 50 to 60 mile per hour, just to the south of Coal Camp there. To the east of Lincoln, south of Coal Camp is where the strongest winds are going to be. You better get that new truck. You can see the cells down here. These are newer cells, but they're starting to get absorbed by the main one, the bigger one, just to the north of it. Oh man, yeah, just got a video. Actually, it's been about 20 minutes ago. For in town of Garden City by the park, and it is definitely flooded in town there. It's not quite over the roadway, but right by the park. Well, actually, so Old Seven looks to be flooded in Garden City, down by the old funeral home. Thanks, Jessica, for sending that in. go back to velocities here. Yep, still this area just southeast of Coal Camp. It looks kind of over by Stover is where it's heading towards. Keep it zoomed in. Maybe you guys can see the towns. The blue circle here is where basically on Coal Camp. So if you guys can't really see for sure on that, then you can just look at that blue, and that's right by Coal Camp right now. All right. Followed up on messages there. Okay, go back here. Sounds good, Kevin. Definitely keep us updated on that too. Also, I like seeing your location stuff on Radar Scope. I love how it comes up on there. It cracks me up every time I see it, man. Keep it up. It's a huge hail and awful strong wind right now in Coal Camp. Megan, if you can, even if it's just through the window, try to take a picture and you can send it to us, and I'll try to put that on stream. I'm still working on getting that to where I can show the images on stream here, but it's just not wanting to cooperate. And that's still the most concerning part of the weather this morning is still gonna be down here by Coal Camp, heading over towards Stover area. And there's where the hail cores are located as of 8:41, so 6 minutes ago. Megan sent a video. And yeah, that is pretty good size. So I can't really tell for sure on size of that, but it looks like maybe around quarter size. Okay, got another picture and stuff from Nate Jones. And he's also saying about quarter size hail. So it's got different variations on sizes to P, kind of nickel to quarter size hail on there. But it's really coming down over there. Try to get that picture up for you guys here. Okay, we'll check our Hotmail. That's actually my brother that's got to check that, but I'll have him check his email for that. Yeah, Megan, watched your video. I muted it so it didn't hear the screaming on stream here. But yeah, it's come down pretty good over there. And Nate Jones is also sending pictures and keeping us updated over there. It's always nice getting some live looks at stuff so we can see. Looks to be moving east of Coal Camp now. Go here. Still here, guys. I'm trying to get the Facebook stuff to work so I can put it on stream, but it's not wanting to capture the right screen for me to be able to show it to you guys. It's capturing every other thing I have open besides the Facebook stuff. So give me a second here, and I'll try to get that up so I can show you. Just to give a little update. Still don't see any kind of rotation or anything to worry about as far as tornado stuff right now, according to the velocity scans. The strongest winds are getting ready to come into Stover on the south side of Stover. And then I'll put this is the hail core. They're still saying about 2.75 inches is what it's projected on here. And I'm going to go back to try to work on getting that Facebook stuff. It's like I said, it's literally capturing every other screen that I have open besides the one that I need it to capture. All right, guys, I got the Facebook stuff to work here, so okay. Transition over here. Okay, so these are from Nate Jones. You can see the hail that he sent. This is just obviously a picture. And you can kind of see some of the bigger ones here. There's really nothing good to be able to say exactly what size, but roughly around quarter would be about the biggest, maybe a little bit bigger than quarter, but general area. And he does say it looks like it's snowed outside now. To get this to, well, if I could go full screen with that, I would. But we'll just play it like this and make the best of it. So got some flooding. This is in Cold Camp, by the way. Got some flooding going on in Cold Camp. This is kind of what we're seeing in any of the towns, any of the areas where this storm has came through. Just got some decent flooding going on here. And this is the stuff that is really going to get people in trouble. It's not necessarily the hail or the wind. It's the flooding when you go to drive through it. That's okay. Yep. Once again, so in Windsor, got some flooding in Windsor. Natalie, thanks for reporting that. That's always good to know, because when they call, if anybody calls 911 or anything like that for some sort of medical or fire call, they can help pass that around to the first responders that are going to that, so they know, hey, don't take this road because there's flooding going on. So that does help. So this was in Archie this morning. And this, from what I can tell on here, it looks like a scary looking cloud. It does, without seeing if it's actually rotating or not. We don't know for sure. But this looks like a scary looking cloud. It does not appear like there's rotation with that. It is a really cool picture, and I may have another image from the west or from the east looking west end of Dayton on that. Because that look, yeah, that isn't Archie. So I may actually have that on camera too from a distance. I mean, maybe able to put pictures together and stuff, and get a better idea of what exactly was going on there. But definitely appreciate that picture because that's a close up of what I would get looking from Dayton towards Archie. So that's great, Christy. Thanks for sending that. Really appreciate that. We'll go to Megan's video. And you probably won't have audio with these because I don't have the audio going through the stream, but you can see the hail just bouncing off the ground there. And I don't know why I don't use this a whole lot, so trying to go full screen. If anybody has any ideas on that, just let me know. So yeah, definitely appreciate these. And then this is the Garden City, Missouri area. So there's the park looking around one of the community buildings. And then down here on Old 7, you can see it's really flooded down there by Old 7. So definitely appreciate this, guys. I'm gonna switch back over to radar and watch that. All right, so it's starting to calm down in Coal Camp, with just some flooding stuff going on now. I say just flooding, but that's actually a pretty big risk for everyone. So remember it's not just the water over the roadway. That water could have easily washed away that roadway, and if you try to drive through that, your vehicle could drop, and you could be in some trouble. Okay, I haven't watched this video yet, but I'll go and put it on. This is another one that was sent to us by Tammy. This is over by Benton Pettis County line, ZZ Highway. Let's watch this. This is the first time I've seen it too. Yeah, I would not want to drive through that, especially being what looks to be a non-paved road. That could easily get washed out, and then you drive through that, you get stuck, and if the water continues to rise, you could be in some trouble. So definitely don't drive through it. Just stop. Try to find another way around. All right, so back on radar here. It updated 7 minutes ago, so it usually runs about 6 minutes behind it. It looks like so right over Stover area. It's getting hit by that hail core that we were just seeing from Coal Camp area. So kind of expect about the same situation. You'll get the heavy rain, the hail, some wind, and then that flooding comes in too. I'm gonna watch this for a little while longer, but this is starting to get kind of out of West Central Missouri here, and I still haven't had breakfast or anything like that. I haven't ate today. Olivia, you just sent me some stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of cool looking clouds, guys. And definitely keep sending those into us. I got some more. I won't be able to put them up on here, but there's a lot of neat looking clouds. We enjoy seeing the storm structure and kind of what it does. I help us see and point out like inflow or updraft stuff and things like that, and we can go back and kind of compare that to radar imagery and learn from it. back behind all this, make sure there's nothing else coming up, and they did put another discussion on here. Thunderstorm watch 2. I think they dropped this is what I'm going to assume. Okay, so even reading this, guys, they're kind of expecting just down here, eventually tornado threat as this process occurs, focused on south central to southeast Missouri. That's going to be the biggest threat for tornadoes. I think that's kind of what maybe Jim said earlier. That really wasn't on the stream, but that's kind of what I pointed out earlier on the storm prediction risk assessment was the biggest tornado that's going to be later on today, but southern Missouri, kind of Springfield area to the east. And you can see up here, it's very spotty stuff up here towards northwest Henry County, Cass County, Bates County, Johnson. But this one cell just keeps on trucking. Nate, I have not got that video yet. Wait. No, all I have is your original video. The first video you sent of and said it was heavy flooding. That's the only one I've got from you, Nate. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, maybe too large of a file. I don't know what their limits are on this. I'm definitely not a Facebook pro. So, nothing really out in front of it, and this is starting to get out of range of Pleasant Hill's radar, Kansas City's radar. It's based on Pleasant Hill. Wait. Nate, I just got it. It came through. I'm assuming that's all going in. Well, it looks like backyards, but no, there we go. It looks like maybe it's just down the street. put that video up here. Definitely thank you guys for sending those in. And just still watching this. This is just going to be absorbed again. Kind of the same thing. It's as it's moving east across the state. It's getting these initial formations of cells or storms in front of it, and it's just absorbing these as they go. This one will be absorbed too. It's eventually going to pull all of this into it. And it's still got this strong area of winds here, and I'm gonna work on the software and see how I can actually pull this up on there. I'm pretty sure Jim can do it, but it still looks 50 to 60, right just south of Versailles. This isn't necessarily at ground level getting these speeds. Yeah, just getting a lot of pictures of flooding and stuff, guys. So yeah, I would just be cautious with it. I wouldn't necessarily want to drive through any of this, especially when it's moving. That could wash away the road pretty quickly. Oh man. Seeing some other videos of flooding. I'm going to go over to this other page here. See if I can pull this up. May not be able to. All right, so we do have some pictures of the semi rollover down there towards I think that was coal area. Yeah, coal area. Looks like it's just a semi on its side, and it looks like the driver's out. I don't know for sure on that. Can't confirm it, but there is somebody standing by it. So, but it is off the roadway. I wouldn't expect any kind of road closure, but maybe delays driving through there. Just be careful when you get down towards coal area on 7 Highway. All right, seeing a little bit more video on the lowering that was towards Archie Adrian area. It looks like it could have been a funnel with a brief touchdown of a tornado towards that direction. So go ahead and play this. So this is I'm able to go full screen with this one, but it's real hard to tell for sure. But it looks like it could have some spinning with it, some rotation with it. But that looks like, yeah, right down here you can definitely see it right there. Looks like some rotation here. I don't necessarily see any kind of debris or what would make me think it's on the ground right there, but that does not say that there's not. There's trees there, so that could have been a tornado. Right now, I would just call that a funnel because I cannot confirm that it's actually touching the ground right there, making contact. So until it makes contact, it's not listed as or labeled as a tornado. But right there, you can see it's going from left to right there. And if we slow that down a little bit, or if it was a little bit more stable of a shot, you would definitely, right there, you can see it. I'm going to try to pull up our cameras here and see if I can find that same time frame. All right, let's look at radar real quick while I'm trying to get our cameras up because you can see the lowering up there. and this is really starting to get out of range of Pleasant Hills radar site. So probably only stay on this for just a little while longer, and then I'll probably call it quits until something else comes up later on, if anything else comes up later on. So, but just east of Versailles, over kind of northwest of Barnett, is where the biggest hail, over Russellville area, is the biggest hail core. And when it came through coal camp, we got some video of basically right around quarter size hail for the biggest ones that we've seen. And this is getting way up into the storm, so as far as circulation or anything like that, it's gonna be real hard to tell right now. But there's nothing really that concerns me. So I'm gonna try to work on getting the camera up from Dayton, from over by Archie area this morning. And now all it wants to put. Okay, come on. And I'm still here, guys. I'm just watching the video to try to get the same time frame as when that lowering, and I think it's right. That's not it. Acted like it was. Okay, so I don't have the visual of the Adrian. There was a report down by Adrian's where I seen that video. That's where it said that was. I don't have that on camera, but it looks like over towards Archie, maybe between Archie and Adrian, there is a lowering of a cloud in that area, but it doesn't. That never touches the ground. As long as the condensation funnel never touches the ground, doesn't mean the air didn't. But I don't really have good footage right now of it. Yeah, and it's not wanting to capture that window now. It looks like it's only wanting to capture one window at a time. So I'll put a time lapse of that up later, and then we can go through that. I can make a time lapse and download it, and then I can put that up on our page to be able to watch it later. in Subby's page, so it'll find those again, so we can kind of like just start putting pieces of footage together. Is what we're gonna look to do. I was gonna show you more flooding in Garden City. If I could just get to that page, but I don't think I will follow it. I'm gonna join that. Anyway, here and get to it. All right, I'm gonna put some more videos up of flooding. This is in Garden City. Got two videos to show. One of them is going to be on the south side of town, and one of them is actually going to be in the middle of town. First one looks to be on the south side, and you can just see it's moving. So this was posted early this morning as the storm was going through Garden City. So what, an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, we went through there. It's definitely flooding. I'm showing this is what to expect throughout the area where this cell has went through. And this one here, you can really see it. It's getting close to houses here. So yeah, I would not want to try to drive through that. Back to our page. You don't have any other videos? Trying to go through all of the messages and stuff real quick to make sure I didn't miss anything. Deal. Alrighty. Back to the radar here and talk about that a little bit. Okay, so the next closest radar is actually offline. So we're getting a little far out. Be able to really get a good view of these. So you can start seeing right here is about the cutoff. So it's kind of hard to get reliable information off this. You can kind of piece things together. So if you look here, you can kind of go there, and then the next closest one was Columbia, but it's offline right now. So I'll click on the St. Louis one right there. This one's kind of the same thing. So, and it does not want to give. Maybe there we go. It's still a ways out though. So we're basically right in the center of the state where there's no real good radar imagery, and it also does the same thing up here in the northern part of the state too. But you kind of have to look back and forth between sites and kind of piece things together. But hopefully, maybe eventually they'll get a little bit better radar in here, because I think this one is actually Mizzou's radar potentially. Could be wrong on that. what this one's showing for the. Yep, it's still got the hail to it. Yeah, it's just about to Jefferson City. So, and that hail, all the northern side of the storm, the hail core looks to potentially hit Jeff City. May skirt south, but I think it's gonna hit Jeff City. Oh, wrong one. I want this one. So we can try base, not reflectivity, velocity, and over this area it would be very broad rotation here, but there's potential for a little bit there. And same thing here. This is looking a little bit further up into the storm. I can't remember which radar side I'm on. I can't really see anything back further to the west. Once this thing gets past Jeff City, we'll probably go ahead and call it quits. And then just kind of we'll monitor stuff. We'll kind of decide what we're gonna do, and then the plan is that we'll be live again later. But we'll just kind of see how things progress, see how the day goes, and try to be there if needed. Zoomed in here. I'm just gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna step away from the computer for a few minutes. I'm gonna go get something to eat. All right, guys, I'm back. Still waiting for some food to heat up, but I figured to come in, check things, make sure nothing's going crazy over here. Try to answer any questions or anything. Multiple spots along 52 highway washed out by coal camp. So if you're traveling along 52 highway in the area, be careful. Sounds like a lot of road damage going on, a lot of washouts over there. Nate, thanks for passing that along. That's still safe. That's still public safety, guys. That's why we do this. That's why we do these streams. Alrighty, so they're still saying about 1.25 inches with 60-mile-per-hour wind gust for this. Over here, still 1 inch down on that one. About an inch and a quarter hail size with this, and about 60 mile per hour winds. And it looks like the cores have kind of weakened a little bit, so I can see why they lowered that. This also is quite a ways away from any radar site. This is just kind of a bad area to be in as far as radar coverage. But it's just on the edge of at least two. I don't know if Springfield's reaches up there, and right now the one in Columbia is down. Yep, this one's still down, and I don't see them having others. So we'll use the one on St. Louis for right now. It seems to be giving us the better picture of the front side of the storm. If I was looking at the back side of it, I'd use the Kansas City one or Pleasant Hill. Okay. I also don't know why when I go to there it doesn't go straight to here. Okay. Still absorbing storms as it's going across the state. So this one started off discreet down here by itself, and it actually started kind of down in this Urbana area and moved up, and it's just this thing has just been absorbing all of these smaller cells as it goes across, and then that southern side ramps up, and the hail cores get a little bit bigger. They go for a little while, and then they start weakening as another one comes up, and then it ramps up again. So it just kind of does that cycle as it moves east across the state. So, but it doesn't. It's definitely losing some of its punch right now. But as we've seen before, it did that back west of here or this location, and then the hail came right back. So just because it doesn't look very impressive or it looks like it could be weakening right now, it's cycling. So once I'm done with the stream here, once it's leading edge kind of gets east of Jeff City, then I'm gonna end the stream and then start looking at models, kind of focus on that and try to get an idea of what to expect later this afternoon. Yeah, we will be monitoring things. We'll be at home or mobile on the road. and try to get a stream out. So if there's anything else severe or coming up for West Central Missouri, kind of all the way down towards Springfield area, if there's anything down towards Springfield, we've got some followers and stuff down there. We'll go live again, and we'll just come on. We'll have the chat going, and we'll just watch things and go from there. Try to keep people informed. I'm not sure where everyone's from, and a lot of you are coming from Subby's channel, and we're kind of filling in while he's at work. They just extended that down towards Vienna, Missouri, St. Elizabeth area, and this is just probably going to do the same thing as it moves across the state. So even towards St. Louis area, this is probably, it looks to do the same thing. It's just going to keep feeding in these cells here as it moves across, cycling through. It'll grow in intensity. It'll weaken, and it's just going to keep doing that. So, seeing a lot of like quarter-sized hail, pea-sized hail, and some flash flooding. But as far as West Central Missouri, it's just going to be some scattered general storms, thunderstorms. Doesn't look to be severe. It can't for sure rule it out though, but it does. All indication is it's just going to be maybe some general thunderstorms with some lightning maybe and stuff like that. But as far as it being severe, it model guidance just doesn't show it. So, but that's just guidance. That's not a for sure thing. But looks like here's it's gonna be the same thing as earlier. They haven't updated it. Actually, let me look at the prediction center here and see if they've put anything else out since the last time I looked. I don't remember when I looked last. Yeah, it's gonna be about the same as this morning. Kind of south or southern Missouri, basically from Springfield area to the east is in the moderate zone, and then kind of getting up towards St. Clair County ish would be the enhanced part. And that's what we're gonna stay monitoring it. And if storms start firing out, and they start going severe, or if we're put under another watch or anything like that, we'll look at going live again. But once it gets passed over here by Freeburg and Lynn area, where I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it quits, so I can get off here and start watching the or evaluating the models and stuff and going from there. I don't think it was a confirmed tornado, Marion. I haven't heard that it was. I would say that's probably straight line winds that push that semi over. So still damaging. Straight line winds are still damaging, but I would say that's what it was and not a tornado. Not down there. Haven't really seen it. I've seen an image of that semi, but that was just the semi. So, and it looked like the driver was not walking around. If that was the driver, somebody was not walking around. You're back already. Oh, the phone. Oh, okay. Okie dokie. So still about the same guys. Like I said, I'll keep this going until we get over towards Lynn and Freeburg. But as far as a tornado threat or anything like that right now, I don't see any rotations or a reason to think of a significant tornado risk right now. It's still over by Olean or northeast of Eldon. That's where the biggest hail core, and they're still saying roughly about an inch and a quarter size hail. So, and we've seen that right around quarter size hail over in Coal Camp, which is where this cell came from or went through. Not really necessarily came from, but it's actually formed, and we've got on our cameras on Dayton. This formed over on the eastern side of Kansas, right before daybreak. We've got it to where there's really nothing in the sky, and then you can see this the updraft start and the clouds start to build. So we'll have a time lapse of that as it moves from as it builds as it moves from Kansas into western Missouri and across Dayton. We're going to put a time lapse of that up. After all of this, we're going to work on that and get that put up so you guys can see that. So really, if you know anybody over towards like Wardsville, Freeburg, Lynn area, the biggest threat right now is the hail. Yeah. Curiosity. What's this? Springfield. It's these southerly storms here, but it's the same thing. Storms are firing to the south, or cells are firing to the south, and they're being absorbed by the I'm going to call parent storm up here to the north side of it. Not really seen a whole lot of anything else. So got about another 15 minutes or so, and then I'll probably end the stream and just watch things. So here. Yeah, there's okay. Gary, I seen your message. I got to take a phone call real quick, guys. I'll be muted. All right, everyone, I'm back. Had to take that phone call. Still watching things. Been here the whole time. So this is starting to get into Lynn area and Freeburg area. So I know I just got back, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream so I can kind of go through and try to get some of that footage from eastern Kansas, western Missouri earlier when that storm came through, and try to get a time lapse video put up and watch the models and stuff, and just kind of see how things progress today. So I still feel like southern Missouri is under the gun more than west central Missouri is. But I'll look at the models and plan on going live again later this afternoon, depending on how things look. So I do know we have some people over in the central Missouri and also down by Springfield, southern Missouri area. So if we need to, we'll go live again before then. But I would expect for west central Missouri and anybody that's this cell has already went through just some general thunderstorms and stuff this afternoon. So, and then just keep weather aware, especially in southern Missouri there. And if you know anybody in southern Missouri, they kind of look under the gun. I don't really want to point out like specific areas, but just know southern Missouri area is going to be under the gun later for things. So, but if things change, we'll go live. We'll continue monitoring it, and we'll put some videos up and things like that later. If you know anybody that has any kind of pictures or videos from this morning's storms event, if you want to call it, have them send it to us. If it's send it to Jim, send it to us. If you know anybody that just needs an outlet for info, have them come on and like our page. They can get the notifications and stuff for when we go live. So we're filling in for when Jim or Subby is at work. So just kind of supplement what he does. We kind of do the same thing. So we just want to get the information out and everybody be safe. I'm trying to cough right now. I'm going to put a cough drop in. So, and then it looks like our page did get over 1,000 followers. So those shirts that we do have, a ad out that we're gonna be selling those. That's just gonna help supplement some of our costs for when we're on the road. So that's gonna help pay for fuel, for maintenance, and potentially some more cameras, so we can put those up. And Jim's gonna have access to those, and so will we. And that'll just help us get some video feed out for when these storms come through. If we're not in the area to provide video or anything like that, just the more cameras we have out will help. But that's that's the last part to pay for. It's going to be supplementing our fuel costs and stuff, because it isn't cheap. So, but so if you want to go over, you can go to our page. You can look at those. You can the ad for the shirts, and then just send us a message with how many you want and sizes, and then we'll figure out payment stuff and things later, because we're not placing an order until probably the 20th. I think the 19th is when we're going to cut off the pre-sale stuff, and then we'll place an order on the 20th. We'll just get everybody that's contact us, and we'll make sure to order the correct size shirts and stuff. That's why we didn't just purchase shirts ahead of time. We want to try to get the right sizes and stuff. So, but for hitting the 1,000th subscriber, we'll be doing a giveaway. That'll also be sometime after the 20th. We'll draw a name. We may have a shirt or two. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do, but we're definitely gonna do a giveaway for hitting our 1,000th follower on Facebook. So that'll also be our YouTube stuff too. So you can also follow us on there. A lot of times, if you do the YouTube side of it, it's easier to cast to like a TV, so you can watch on a TV instead of a smartphone or a tablet or something like that. Facebook can be tricky. So, but do appreciate everyone that tuned in and commented and sent pictures and stuff today. So, but gonna go ahead and call it quits for now. We will hopefully I say hopefully, but if the need arises later on, we'll be back on and then when Jim gets home, he'll be doing his. So we may be on the road. We may not. We'll just kind of see how the day goes. So we appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later.